day, good afternoon, world. We have two very, very special men on stage today, our hosts in Club Carnivore. We are doing something very exciting for the next at least 6 months, and we're going to talk about it today. Hello.
Hello, good evening. Or
Hello,
good evening,
everyone.
I should say.
How are you? How are you? What's happening for you today, Dr. Nelson?
Oh, my wife wanted to go out, and there was some sort of activity in Daytona Beach, but it's been raining heavily all day, so we didn't go out. It's still raining. Looks awful out there. I'm in Central Florida, usually sunny, but so I've been in. Just finished having some Buffalo Wild Wing chicken wings.
Ooh, yum, yum. And so, George, I see
Yeah.
you're. What's going on for you today? What happened? You're telling us the story before we are on air.
Okay. So today is what's called Remembrance Sunday over in the UK, which I think is the equivalent of the USA's Veterans Day. So we had a parade this morning, and I marched through town, and along with my fellow veterans. And I thought tonight, in honour of the fact that it is Remembrance Sunday, I would keep my veterans uniform on. So this is the reason why I'm dressed slightly strangely tonight. So this is my actual original beret from when I was in the army, quite a long time ago now. And this is a genuine piece of military uniform. And I've got my various badges. That was my Desert Rat badge from the first Gulf War, and that was a medal that Her Majesty granted me after the battle. So that was so it is Remembrance Sunday, and we will remember them. So that's the reason why I'm dressed as I am.
Thank you so much for being a part of an exciting adventure. I hope for you as well. I'm really excited so much. Club Carnivore. So this is a place where you can, uh, if you want to come on stage, you can. I will get a link there and come on stage if you want. Um, if one of you are in YouTube, that'd be great. If you could check out the YouTube feed and say hello to everybody. And I'm gonna see about getting the link. I did have it in here earlier, but I think it went away. But I'll figure it out. If you guys have that link in your email, you do actually. If you could put it in the chat, that in YouTube, that would be great.
Yeah, the link is in the chat.
It's in and in the YouTube too, so the YouTube people can join us. Come in. Whose dog? Is that your dog?
My daughters.
Bring her on. She wants to be a part of the show. What kind of dog is it?
One is a mixed American boxer with a black lab. The other one, I keep forgetting what the name is. It's actually an expensive uh, kind of boutique breed. It and I have no idea what. I never remember the name.
But it's really cute. Um, so today we're going to be talking about first. Can you tell everybody about yourself, Dr. Nelson, and yeah, why you're in the carnivore scene? What inspired you?
So, for those that don't know, my name is Dr. Nelson Vasquez. I've been a family physician. Uh, I've been a physician for over 40 years. As a matter of fact, in just next month is 41 years since graduating from medical school. And why I decided to be a doctor, uh, when I was 3, my older brother, suffered with epileptic seizures and what at the time was called mental retardation. We're talking about the 60s. By the way, his death anniversary is tomorrow. 60 years ago, he passed away from pneumonia. But I used to tell him that I was going to be a doctor to cure him. So that's the short of why I'm a doctor. And throughout the years, I developed many chronic, incurable, non-reversible conditions, right? And couple couple of years ago, 2.5 years ago, I went into a very strict ketogenic diet, then went carnivore, and I have reversed most of my maladies. Stopped taking at least 7 prescription medications. Decreased my use of insulin. Nikki, I was using 300 units of insulin a day. Okay.
Oh,
Uh, I still occasionally use some, uh, but don't even use it every day. But I still use 20 to 30 sometimes, and then sometimes I don't.
and
Uh,
that's not bad. That's not too bad.
yeah, well, our own body's production is about 20 to
Really?
50 units per day, and everyone is different, but most people, normal production will be between 20 and 50 units per day. So when you see a type 1 diabetic using less than 20 units a day, it's always wonderful because that means they're keeping their blood sugar under very good control. Uh, how many are you using?
Well, lately, past in several days this past couple months, it's been like between 9 and 15
Yeah.
fast units, and then I'm taking myself down to 14 units, and that seems to be a little bit much too. But I've been eating strictly fish, a lot of fish, so the fish just makes me use way less than red meat.
Well, definitely those are very good numbers. If anyone here is type 1 diabetic, you know that you're probably using a lot more. Anyways, I've reversed multiple problems. I feel better. I'm 65. I feel as good as I felt anytime in the past 40 years. I'm back to my weight when I was in high school, when I got married, uh, all because of the carnivore diet. And I was telling George that I was at Texas de Brazil last night, a Brazilian steakhouse, and they definitely put a lot of spices and seasoning on their meats. Uh, so I got a little bit of an upset stomach today because of that, but it was it was still great. We were celebrating my oldest and my youngest birthdays. They're very close, so that's me in a nutshell. I feel good. I work with Dr. Kiltz. I'm the medical director for Kiltz Health. And of course, you guys know that we have a coaching certification program.
Mhm.
And that's one of my main duties. As long and throughout the week, I spend, wow, I'm spending about 12 hours live, either live streams or Zoom calls within the community.
You're a busy man, and you've helped a lot of people, including me. So thank you.
That's what we're here to do.
I'm so glad I found the carnivore diet because um, I don't think I would have survived the first 5 6 months of my you know even more dire straits than when I
Nikki, just a quick heads up, your audio is still very weak. I don't know whether you can
is it
maybe hold up your microphone a bit closer
okay.
to you.
I'll hold it. Is this better? Is that better?
Uh,
Slightly, yes.
Yeah,
I
slightly.
think it's better because you're closer to the computer, so
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
your
Maybe
mic is live.
I need to
Uh,
open the mic. I'm sorry. Anyway, is that better?
that
Hi.
that is better.
We can hear you. No, don't worry.
And you can see my mouth. That's great. Um, so what was I saying? Um, when I was initially diagnosed, I was diagnosed as type 2. Sorry. Um, as type 2, right? So, and this has been the mystery that I've been trying to solve. And because about a month ago, I asked my doctor, I said, is a comparison of my C peptides when I was originally diagnosed as opposed to now. He said they're the same.
Very low.
And but the same, the thing is, so what I'm saying is that the diagnosis, why was I diagnosed as type 2, right? Because there was no change. So in my eyes, there, the doctor was, somebody that was negligent, because he should have realized that that low of C peptides would qualify me as type 1.
What I'm gonna say is only a guess because I wasn't there. But first of all, I know for a fact that you were diagnosed well into your 40s, right? Okay. So you were diagnosed as a, way into adulthood. And the first thing doctors, okay, it's type 2 because everybody develops type 2 diabetes. But as and it happens frequently, you can develop type 1 diabetes at any age. The other reason is they probably had not measured the C peptide when they gave you the diagnosis.
Okay.
So, they made an assumption, and I'm not saying whether it was right or wrong. I just thinking that that's probably what happened. They assume it was type 2 because you were an adult, and they didn't look deeply into it initially. Maybe like they should have.
Hmm. It's so interesting. Like the more type 1s that I meet in the world, and type 2s, I just find it absolutely fascinating. Um, yeah, the different the misdiagnosed stories, right, of the type 1. So I'm just wondering, what is the mystery that needs to be uncovered so that these other type 1s are not being misdiagnosed? That's what I want to know.
Probably, I mean, the tools are there already, and I think you would find that most kids that are diagnosed nowadays, the assumption will be they're type 1 until they prove otherwise. They're being more and more diagnosed as type 2 diabetics in childhood, but still, someone who's 5 or 10 develops diabetes, they're going to assume it's type 1 first, even, until proven otherwise. And the reverse is true. Now, that doesn't mean you couldn't assume maybe it's type 2, but let's do some tests and prove it, right? And see, number one, if you're producing C peptide, which basically, if you're producing insulin, it splits and leaves the C peptide. And number two, if you have antibodies, you could say, I am almost a type 1 because my C peptide is 0.3. Okay. That's very low. But I don't have any antibodies. I've checked. All of the antibodies are negative. So I don't qualify as a LADA or late autoimmune diabetes of adults. Don't qualify as a type 1 strictly, but because I had been type 2 for 28 years. So I'm a type 2 with an exhausted pancreas. Doesn't want to produce more insulin anymore.
Okay. Well, are you in the YouTube chat there, George?
I'm sorry.
Can you see the YouTube chat? Because I see there's people there. So
Yeah, I'm watching the. No, I'm on StreamYard, so I can't see the YouTube chat because if I had YouTube on, then you'd hear me twice. So that's the reason why I don't
okay.
do that.
But in StreamYard, you can see the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got just a few shout outs. We got Rick from Miami, Rick Rodriguez, a 42-year-old carnivore, 42-year carnivore, I should say. We got Coach Juliet on, who is another one of Dr. Nelson's students, Sharon as well. Yeah, we got some great people. Lizzie's in tonight. Who else we got? Let's just go back and have a look. Yeah, Kimberly M is in. I think that's Kimberly McCabe, if I'm not much mistaken. So yeah, we got a good crowd in tonight. We got some of the Paul's in tonight as well.
Hi, Hi, Paul.
So yeah, we got a fabulous group of people, most of whom are known to us because they were on the course with us. So it's nice to have some friends out there.
It's wonderful. I can't see you for some reason.
Okay, I'll do a
so
running
that's
commentary on the on the chat. And Dr. Nelson, Rick is very much looking forward to seeing you next weekend as well. So it'll be a family get together, so shall we say? And I know that I happen to know that John Lespina, the carnivore teacher, is going to be there as well, as along with many other people.
I wish I was
Hack your
gonna-
health from Friday to Sunday.
Exactly. And Deanna has just come on as well. And again, Deanna is another one of our coaching classmates. So yeah, it's a bit of a class reunion tonight, folks.
Yay! Nice to see you. I can't see you all, but thank you so much for being here. Thanks for commentating. So yeah, is there anything else you want to send out there before we get into what the actual challenge is going to be?
Go ahead.
Okay. So one of my I was last year in the wintertime, I was inspired to, I thought, well, how can I send back a thank you to Homestead How for for inspiring me and I believe saving my life. Because the first thing that I did when I became diabetic, was told I was type 2, was I threw out all my fruits and vegetables. I'm like, okay, that totally makes sense because I ditched the bread, rice, and pasta about 14 to 16 years earlier, and I destroyed another autoimmune disease like immediately. So the fact that removing the plants and it made sense to me. I'm like, oh yeah, duh, they're all plants. It totally made sense to me. I'm like, okay, so I did it. And anyway, I thought, well, how can I repay? Right? I think this is wonderful, and I want to make sure everybody knows about the healing powers of it. May not be for everybody. Do you know what I mean? But everybody in this room right now has seen results in themselves. We've seen in our carnivore family, our keto family, that there is strictly evidence, physical evidence, right? And but so in some of my YouTube videos last in the winter, I thought, well, I want to make some fundraisers. Like, what can I do to fundraise for him, right? And for the PhD documentary, right? Because the more there's power in numbers, right? And a lot of this information is being hidden, right? All the algorithms, like if somebody doesn't get on a certain stream, you're never going to see some information, right? Like for instance, like somebody had to tell me that there was a big hurricane in Jamaica, right? Like, really? I had no idea. My friend said, yeah, there's a huge, right? So basically, if you're not in some kind of stream, you're not going to get this information. So I wonder how many young people and elders, everybody is not getting the information because of the algorithms, how they're set. So us as people, what I call on the front lines, um, we've got to use different language, different techniques, including getting on stage like this in order to get the message out. Otherwise it won't be heard, right? So the let's eat challenge is basically, in order to get on stage, we're going to run this challenge from November until what was it, February, till February, maybe longer, but for sure November till February. And so basically, to get on stage and to help Homestead How, so all one person has to do is to go and donate on their GoFundMe page and take a snapshot of it and say, okay, well, this is how much you donated. So maybe you donated $20, maybe you donated $100, maybe you, as a business, donated 10,000, whatever it is, right? You donate it and take a picture of it, and then you send us that picture. And what I'll do is you come up on stage and you cook us your favorite keto meal or your favorite carnivore meal. Okay. And so I'll take that picture, I'll put it on stage so everybody can see that you donated. And yeah, and so as an entertaining, fun thing to do, just get up and cook your favorite meal. and there are many options that you can utilize, and it doesn't matter if somebody has cooked it, but nobody cooks it like you, and nobody has the same story that you have. So while you're cooking, I mean, there's so many options we can do, right? Like you can wear costumes, you can tell stories, have fun with it, and sing a song, So I just see it as a very beautiful way to spread the word and help uh, our fellow carnivore, right? Because
Absolutely. Yeah.
because of yeah. So I basically want to send it out there. If anybody wants to be a part of that, I am on my website. I did finish the website this morning, but as I was going to send it out to you, Dr. Nelson and George, I'm like, no, just wait. I'm just going to look at it more. But so anyway, it is finished. But so in order to sign up, I'm going to put that link on my Miss Lafalot page. If you're there, please feel free to sign up there, and also on the Club Carnivore. Club Carnivore is just a baby little little station. There's like 33 people. Woo! But I have faith and there's strength, and I believe that I don't believe that anybody needs to have 20,000 or 20 million followers to spread a message. I believe in quality. There's quality in small numbers too, right? There's power in that. So the website will be put on the on different streams, right? And you're welcome if you want it too. I can give you the thing, or you can put it on your website too. Anyway, so that's that. How's that sound to you guys?
It sounds very much like a program called MasterChef we have here in the UK, and so it can be carnivore MasterChef, which would be interesting. And you never know where it might lead. It's a great idea, I think, Nikki. Quick, if I can just back this up, because I don't know if everybody's aware yet, but I used to joke that I was the self-appointed UK ambassador to the USA carnivore community. However, Kerry has actually taken that very seriously and has actually officially appointed me as the UK ambassador to Healing Humanity. He can't speak for people such as Doctors Nelson or Baker, so it would be a bit ambitious of me to call myself the ambassador to the entire USA carnivore community. But Kerry has actually appointed, and I actually do have to give a weekly report. I don't have to, but it's my duty to give a weekly report to Kerry on a Thursday night, because I go on the Zoom call with him. I'm a member of Healing Humanity Life, so I will be able to report the fact that we are launching MasterChef, Carnivore MasterChef, and you never know who Kerry can spread the word, and who knows who might turn up. So it's a well worth a worthy cause. I was jointly responsible for the Great British Meetup that we held for Healing Humanity back in the summer. I'm delighted to report we were able to send, in American terms, $1,396.90. So that was a great thing for us to do. And if we, as Kerry says, every dollar counts, because we do not have any sponsorship. We do not have any, big pharma or big food supporting us. It is all about a grassroots revolution. So we need every bit of help we can get.
So let me remind everybody that Dr. Kiltz has made a sizable donation to Healing Humanity. So anything that Healing Humanity raises, and that includes what you guys are doing here, and thank you for inviting me, will be matched by Dr. Kiltz. Okay, and he already made a sizable donation, and then there is additional donations that will come up as matching funds. Okay, and also I have to give a little bit of credit to Kerry, because I was very well aware of the Atkins diet and ketogenic diets, and I actually thought, even though I knew some people ate only meat, I thought they were crazy. They were weird people. They don't know what they're doing. All these things that people who are uninformed think. And it was actually not Dr. Berry, not Dr. Baker, not any of the doctors out there that convinced me to go carnivore. It was a Kerry man's video that I was watching when I said, okay, I'm going to try this thing. So credit where credit is due to Kerry man.
Yes, yes. I enjoy the whole watching the whole family. You know, everyone, everyone, not just Carrie Mann and his family, but all of you. When I say that, because I mean, you wouldn't look at me like I have a third eye because I just eat meat. I do add in some olives lately. I do go ketovore or keto sometimes, but I'm mostly carnivore, right? But you won't look at me like I have a third eye. So thank you so much. And I'll get a better mic so I don't have to go like this, but it's kind of amusing. Hello.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
being
I
up close and
think
personal.
that, that one of my big missions in this carnivore journey now is to unite the global carnivore community. And what you've actually said is dead right, because basically when we are out with our local friends that we've known for many, many years, many of them look at us as the person that we used to be and not the person that we are now. And they don't really they don't see the amount of research and learning that we do behind the scenes. So they've got no idea about the thousands of hours of research that they've done. They've got no idea that I've just done a 13-week course with Dr. Nelson, who's my teacher. So they see me as somebody who, when I start talking about science and beta high basically
I love it when you say that word.
race, yeah, I know. Then they look at me as if I'm talking a totally different. They can't believe that the old George that they knew, the alcoholic down the pub, has suddenly got this knowledge, and they're not prepared to listen to it. So the only way I've got real community now is through this sort of event. And I just love the lives, because either I'm here talking myself or I'm in chat talking to all my friends. And the community is so important because we learn such a lot from each other. And we also kind of have an accountability to each other as well, because we check in with each other every day. And, if somebody's had a bad day, they'll talk about it. And, we often talk about what we've had to eat that day, for example. So I think this idea of, having a community cookout, if you like Ross's keto cookout, I think it's a really good idea. I think people would really appreciate it. They will come to you for your guests and for ideas of how they can maybe vary up the diet. I don't tend to. I tend to eat one particular type of diet of meal every day, which I will talk about sometime down the line. But yeah, what a great idea.
Good. I'm glad to hear that there's some interest in it, that because I think it'd be fun. We can wear costumes or whatever, have mascots. You can have even like a few people, cook with, bring your kids on and cook with your kids, bring your dog, bring your cat, whatever, right? It'd be fun. Be fun. And it could be theatrical, it could be non-theatrical, storytelling, music sharing, art, whatever, right? But is there any other comments? I don't even have my glasses. I can see the names, but I can barely see what you're saying. I'm sorry. Where did I put my glasses? Isn't that awesome? Well, I have these nerdy ones, but these ones aren't very fashionable. Can you hear me? They're not very fashionable, but because I can't find my fashion glasses. But oh, okay. So so we'll begin. We'll begin now. You can until I get my website up, which my goal is to get it up today. You can email me at info@laughtercore.ai. Otherwise, you can click on the link that I will share with you, and I'll put it on Club Carnivore and on my Miss Lafalot. So Miss Lafalot is spelled MISSLAFALOT, and that's my other account. And I want to get to know you, right? And thank you so much for joining. And here we go. Anything else coming up for? So how's my volume, everybody?
It's better because you're close to the computer. I think your mic is not the problem. I think the connection to your mic might be, but you know.
Let me take this thing out because this is supposedly called a receiver. Hold on. Is that better? No? No?
It's about the same, I think.
About the same? Anyway, it seems to work on my phone much better, but I need to take this thing back.
Yeah, don't worry, Nick. Let's we'll just keep the conversation going, shall we? Shall I tell you a bit about myself, about my background, just so?
Please.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm wearing my service uniform today, my veterans uniform, because it was Remembrance Sunday or Veterans Day here in the UK. So I am a veteran of Desert Storm, where I served alongside the USMC. I was actually a very fit athlete in my time, and then it all went horribly wrong after I turned about 40. And I didn't really know what was happening to me. I went up to an amazing 293 pounds. 133 kilograms, and I didn't really understand what was happening to me. I couldn't get an answer from the doctors, but eventually I did get at the age of 56 and a half, I got a diagnosis of morbid obesity at 293 pounds and 5'9". And also I had a waist of 44 inches. Double that is 88 inches. So at a height of 69 inches, I had a horrible height to weight ratio, and I was a type 2 diabetic. Now, I never heard of carnivore at all. It was a totally different concept. A nurse very kindly told me that all carbs are sugar. So I went away and basically looked at what was a carbohydrate. And just like yourself, I straight away got rid of the pasta, the bread, the rice, and the noodles. I got rid of the root vegetables, but I still kept in fruit quite a bit because I didn't understand the dangers of fruit. And I kept in the cruciferous vegetables, the above ground vegetables, and the salad vegetables. So gradually I started learning. I started researching. And I gradually started eliminating more and more stuff from my diet. But I didn't actually discover the carnivore diet until 5 months after I started this journey. And even then, because I was having great success on what was effectively keto, I did not feel the need to go carnivore. And it took me another year to actually go full-blown fiber-free carnivore, for want of a better word, because I was still keeping coffee and I was still keeping some liquid forms of stuff that the carnivore police wouldn't necessarily approve of. I have given up alcohol now, which I gave up 7.5 months ago. I feel a lot better for it. And
congratulations.
Thank you very much, Doctor. And I'm happy to report that I started off at 6.7% HbA1c, which is just into the type 2 diabetic range. As I said, I had a 44-inch waist. I had high triglycerides. And yeah, the other one was obviously was morbidly obese. But as of last year, October last year, I had my latest and last set of blood tests, for the simple reason that my waist is now 34 inches. So I've lost 10 inches off my waist. Double that, 68. So I am now taller than I am around, or double the way around. My triglycerides are now low. My HbA1c was 5.1%. And my weight, I am now down from 293 pounds. I did hit 168 pounds in the spring, but I'm back up to about 175 pounds now. But we know that small fluctuations like that are no problem. The great news is that the National Health Service are going to use a word which not everybody approves of. They're going to tell me that I'm cured of type 2 diabetes, but I think we can all safely agree that I am in permanent remission. Why? Because I'm not going to add back the stuff that causes type 2 diabetes. So yeah, and they said, right, you are no longer a registered diabetic, and even though you are 60 years of age, we won't be recording you back for your annual test because, and you know, we're happy that you are no longer type 2 diabetic. So having been told by the doctor originally, when I was diagnosed, it was chronic and progressive and could only be managed with metformin and either insulin or statin. I can't remember. She gave me 2 prescriptions, But I know one was metformin, but I don't know what the other one was because I threw them both away. Once this nurse kindly told me that I could actually heal myself by eliminating carbs, I didn't feel the need to actually go and get the prescriptions. So they ended up in the bin. No doctor has spoken to me since about metabolic health because I proved them wrong, basically, because I managed to heal myself despite them, not because of them. They are talking to me at the moment about an inguinal hernia, but that's a surgical issue, so I don't mind that. But I can't really take advice about metabolic health from doctors unless it's a doctor I know and trust, such as Dr. Nelson or Dr. Kiltz, or 2 or 3 doctors here in the UK, but only 2 or 3, unfortunately. Because at the end of the day, a patient cured is a customer lost. Because as we know, the pharmaceutical companies are responsible for much of the funding of the allopathic medical industry. And one day we can go back and have a look at the role of John D. Rockefeller in eliminating the other alternative forms of medicine, because basically he stood to make an awful lot of money out of becoming a pharmaceutical owner. And so therefore he basically ruled that allopathic medicine and pharmaceuticals should be the only course of action. So, but we'll go down that in the history. As you know, I am very keen on history. So yeah, that's a bit of a brief history of myself. I'm now a qualified coach under Dr. Kiltz and Dr. Nelson. And I'm very much looking forward to getting into a coaching role. I've decided to carry on building the foundations until after the Christmas and New Year. And I do have a date which I have set, which is January the 7th, after the festivities, when I will be launching my own LLC, or limited company as we call them here in the UK. And I will be starting myself as a ketogenic lifestyle coach because there is more to the ketogenic diet than just nutrition. One thing I will be focusing on will be mindset, because you have to unlearn everything that you've ever learned. And I will be teaching people how to do, because I had to. When I started, I was still counting calories. I still believed that we needed our 5 fruit and veg every day. I still believe that fiber was an essential nutrient. There's one other now, I can't remember what it is, but those are the big 4. But it took me a long time to change that mindset, but I've reaped the benefits for doing so. So I will help people through changing their mindset, and then we can focus on the nutritional side of things, the moderate exercise side of things, and also building community, which is very important. And also that they carry out their own research, because I can talk to them till the cows come home. But if they actually read it for themselves, if I can direct them to the research, then they will trust their own judgment, because we are all the captain of our own ship. As a coach, it is my job to show them a course, but it is their job to actually navigate that course. So that's my story.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to add that if anybody wants to offer their skills to the Let's Eat Challenge, do you want to call it the Let's Eat Challenge, or are you liking the Carnivore Master Chef? Because I did call it Let's Eat, but if you're thinking that
maybe we might be in danger of a bit of a copyright there if we actually use Master Chef. So maybe the Carnivore Chef Challenge, because nobody can say that we're stealing anything, because carnivore and chef are 2 words which are in the common language.
Okay, so you think the Carnivore Chef Challenge is better than Let's Eat? That's what you prefer?
It's your. I mean, that would. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm up to if anybody thinks it's different. I like Let's Eat just because it's simple. And
Rick,
I've already put it on the website.
Right. Rick wants Let's Eat Iguana Challenge, but maybe that's a bit too. Maybe that's a little bit too specific for what we're trying to do.
Did Rick really say that?
He did.
Well, Rick, I'm
and
sure
also Rick.
I cannot bring comments up, but yeah, he said, "Let's Eat Iguana Challenge."
Rick is also asking me what. Yeah, Rick is asking me, what do I need to unlearn? Well, Rick, you have a head start on most of us, so I can't teach you anything about unlearning. But it's the new people who are coming in that I'm going to have to help to unlearn everything that they've been taught wrongly over the years. But yeah, Rick, we know that you've been 42 years, And you got there by accident though, because you're actually trying to give yourself a heart attack. So you failed, mate. But you never know; it might come one day. But I hope not.
Rick, I mean, you could always come on stage and we can watch you cook iguana. I have seen that video of you hunting iguanas. I'm like, really? What's this serious? Like, this guy's serious. Like, he's hunting iguanas. Like, you literally hunted iguana, like, on your, like, go cam. And so for those who haven't seen it, he literally, he caught an iguana. Like, I'm just learning about you, Rick. So I'm sorry I don't know you very well, but I did see the you hunting the iguana. I was like, wow, it's amazing. So I'm wondering what inspired you to eat iguana of all things, because I never would even dawn on me to eat an iguana.
So there we go. Yeah, and we've also got a question from Amy, rocking coach Amy. QQQ, what's the challenge? So obviously Amy was late to the party tonight, which is
Okay.
unlike Amy. But there we go. But if you want to give it just a quick recap, Nikki, because time is going on, just let Amy know what the Carnivore Chef Challenge is all about, then that'd be really good.
So basically, what we're doing is we're raising money for
Funny
for
money.
raising funds for the Homestead How PhD project. So for his book, the books, the documentary, and by coming up onto the Club Carnivore stage, you just make a donation, take a picture of that you made your donation, and when you send it to me, and I'll put whatever you donated onto the screen here when you come on. So after you donated, you come up on stage here, and then you cook us your favorite carnivore meal or keto meal, whatever. So I've named it the Let's Eat Challenge, and yeah, just you go from there, right? So you can come up by yourself. You can bring your whole, if you have a team of 50 people, you all want to come up on stage and do your thing and make a donation. Maybe your business wants to make a $10,000 donation. Who knows, right? And you bring your whole group on there, or you come in with yourself and your dog, your cat, or Rick wants to come on with his iguana. Then you can do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't seen Rick describe how he cooks his iguanas, by the way.
I'm curious. Like you put it on the barbecue. Like that'd be the first thing that I would do. I'm like, yeah, I think that would look really good on the barbecue.
Yeah, so again, Amy's saying that's cool. So do we cook live on screen? So I'm guessing, Nikki, that what you
Yes.
want is people to film themselves from the kitchen and stream it live to what's happening. Yeah.
Right. So all of us will be here watching, and anybody who wants to join on stage will be there, and we're all just going to be watching you do your thing. Yeah, we're all going to be watching you. And what I see if is we're going to make it a contest. I'm still figuring it out. But how if we make it a contest, then maybe we could do it at the end of every month or something. I just need to figure this out. If there's some kind of contest. So if you all want to give away, maybe one of you new coaches want to give away a coaching session, or maybe you want to, you have a business and you make sweaters for iguanas, and you want to give away the sweater, the iguana sweater, something like that, right? Whatever,
That
whatever
that
you
is
want to give
funny.
away.
I can see Rick uh, knitting some iguana sweaters, I guess.
They don't wear sweaters. Maybe he's wearing a bathing suit. I don't know, a chapeau. So whatever your business, maybe you wanna join it. Maybe you don't wanna be on the show, but you want to contribute. Then you can contribute to a prize. So then I'm still working on and yeah, I welcome your ideas. How are we going to judge people to be in the contest? Because everybody likes a good competition, right? Like I know when I watch the Master Chef, or I think it's called Hell's Kitchen. That one's a little bit out there. They get kind of furious. But anyway, it's interesting to watch how they create the show and how they define who wins. Number one, you're all winners. It doesn't matter who you are if you get on stage. In my eyes, you're a winner. But in order to make it more fun, or a different level of fun. I think the competition is kind of fun. So yeah, what do you all think about that?
Yeah, it sounds good. We'll have to have a marking system, won't we? Really?
Right,
Um,
right.
yeah, maybe we can't guarantee the same number of people in chat every week. So maybe instead of sort of having a total score, maybe an average score of the however many scores that we get out of 10 each week. It's an idea. So that's
Okay.
a possibility. And Amy has confirmed she would love to cook on screen live. And yeah, when it
Yes.
comes to prizes, can I just suggest that there are within the community now, there's an awful lot of t-shirts popping up.
Okay.
I believe that Thomas is quite good at them. I've seen Milton and Rick in the car that Rick has, the Charger, is it? I'm not sure, but I know that there are quite a lot of ingenious people out there coming up with some very specific t-shirts to us, the KMT. And I know that are you aware of the Carnivore Avengers, Nikki and Dr. Nelson?
I've heard something like that attached to Rock and Coach Amy.
Absolutely. She is. What she is
Which
doing is absolutely fantastic because she's an AI genius, and
you are.
she has created a new brand of superhero called the Carnivore Avenger.
I would like to be one of your. I would like one.
Absolutely. For example, Coach Juliet is Primal Panther. Coach Kat Herman is Lady Black and Blue. I have already suggested that Dr. Nelson would make a brilliant flying doctor who could be a Capes Crusader and fly to the rescue. I understand that my wife Lainey, who is, by the way, already Wonder One Boob woman because of her mastectomy, she apparently has nominated me to be the Capped Crusader versus the Caped Crusader, and apparently Amy is working on that. So yeah, we've just got this wonderful community out there where everybody's being very ingenious, and it's we can actually get together, and we've got a lot of stuff that we can, and maybe Dr. Kiltz would donate a mug possibly, or made by his own fair hand. So who knows?
Right.
So we got lots of options for prizes.
Yeah. So if people want to email me at info@laughtercore.ai, and we'll get you in the game. We'll book whenever is good for you, and we'll start as early as next weekend. And if we have everybody coming in, then we'll have to book another show during the week, like a midday week one.
Yeah, I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, Nick, now that Lainey has agreed to help me, we are now a joint channel, by the way. Goodenough for You is both myself and Lainey. And it suddenly occurred to me that she could probably film me doing my bit of cooking in the kitchen, which is to lay out a raw steak, cover it with pink Himalayan salt, smother it with butter, and also the product pluck, a quick plug for pluck, shall we say? And then I fry off 2 duck eggs in beef tallow, and I put those on top. Dr. Kiltz did challenge me to actually do a raw egg on top the other day, which I did. And I took a photograph of that to prove it and sent it to Alia, who did promise us that she would tell Dr. Kiltz that I'd taken him up on the challenge. But ultimately, I do prefer my duck eggs cooked, to be perfectly honest with you. So I will be continuing to fry them. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty simple recipe. Slap a sirloin onto a plate, smother it with salt and pluck and melted butter, and then whack a couple of duck eggs on top. It doesn't get much simpler. It doesn't get much healthier.
By the way, I do have a video if you want to see it. It's just I don't know, it's not even a minute.
Yes.
Me cooking on the grill.
You have it right now? Okay,
I can have it right now. You're gonna have to. Who's controlling the
Not me, Dr. Nelson. I've got no idea about what I'm doing when it comes to that.
So yeah, you would have to bring it up to the stage, but
okay. I'm trying to get so if anybody wants to join, just until I have the link, then just email me at info@laughtercore.ai, and we're booking our first one next weekend.
A question from Amy: is there a minimum donation, Nikki?
No, whatever you want. That's up to you.
As long as it is a donation, yeah. Where's Dr. Nelson gone?
maybe to find his video.
Oh, okay.
He
Of course,
had to go on a
It
video
would have
hunt.
to come off the screen, exactly. Yeah.
He's
Yeah. So
hunting.
literally, we are going to get a taste of what the what it's all about. So we're going to hopefully see Dr. Nelson
I'm back.
demonstrating. a bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll be back, and here he is.
Okay, so you have something to send. You
No,
can
I'm gonna
do
bring it up. Hold on a second. You're gonna see it.
rock.
You're gonna see it pop on your.
Rocking Coach Amy, I would like it to have an Avenger, be an Avenger.
Yeah, or just email email her with your idea, and she will make it happen. She does charge a fairly, I think, for what she does, not enough money to be perfectly honest. I think she's underselling herself, but yeah, it's open to all.
Okay. Wow, that's cool. How did you do that?
So, if you bring it up to the stage.
Yeah.
Oh, you already did. Okay.
Yeah,
So
how did it get
Got it,
in here? Oh, okay, sorry, never mind.
I'll let me play it. Okay.
Okay.
Let me know if you're hearing.
This sounds just like the Wednesday night school.
So Deanna Ross says she can do her power ranch.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Power brunch. Yeah.
Brunch. Don't have
Yeah.
my glasses, sorry.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Nothing as yet, Dr. Nelson.
Doesn't want to
well.
play.
Oh, well, never mind. Wait, that's a really good barbecue setup you got there. Though, I've got to say
very
that.
nice barbecue. So okay, so any other questions in here in the chat room? Anybody? So yeah, it's gonna be. So I just got to figure out today. Today is figuring day and website day. So if you have anything that you want to donate for the winners, remember we're all winners, and any donation
absolutely.
is.
Well, I think if I donate a coaching session to the winner and maybe 2 coaching sessions to the loser, second prize is 2 coaching sessions with me. But anyway, that's just a
loser gets 10. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, if I can actually, I'd like to announce some additions to the family because I've had Ricky for quite some time now. And I decided he needed a bit of company, so I now have a friend for Ricky. He's called Charger.
Oh goodness!
And they have a little friend called Mopar. And I'm delighted to say that Lainey has decided that they need a friend as well. So we're getting one sent to us. It's on its way. It's flying over here apparently, and that one's going to be called Uncle F. So that's going to be complete the family. So there we go.
What F stands for?
No, you can't.
What does that stand for?
All right, Nikki, can you try again bringing that up?
Absolutely. Something just popped up, and actually, no, it didn't pop up. I'm kidding. I just see a white screen. But before I saw the barbecue pop up.
Okay, so you don't.
Oh wait, it just looks white. This is what popped up. Oh, do you want to take that off?
Oh.
Whatever that was, that's what popped up. Anyway, talk amongst yourselves. Any questions? And Deanna. Okay, Deanna, we know what Deanna is.
I mean, the good news is we've already got 2 volunteers, which is Amy and Deanna, so that's good. As I said, I'll try and work. I'll talk to Lainey and see if we can come up with something as well.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so we've got next weekend and the next week. Well, depending on when you're ready.
If people are available, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, which one of you is ready next weekend? Let's book it now. And which one of you, or if you are, let's just get it.
Yeah, so basically what Nikki's
right?
saying is if anybody would like to volunteer to be the first victim, the first chef, then then put your hand up in the chat.
Raise your hands in the air. Don't care. Okay, so everybody's talking all at once, so I'm just gonna ask you to back it up. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so it's 12, it's 1:55. We have 5 minutes left, and you all are amazing. And remember, you're all winners. Um, but we are gonna have winners and losers just because it's fun, right? Like,
Yeah.
and so let's get back into our childlike spirit.
Yeah, absolutely, Nikki. I've just noticed that you're actually living in the most crowded house on YouTube, because you share a house with so many other YouTubers. Unbelievable. I don't know who plays that grand piano in the back there, but somebody in your household obviously does, because Juliet was in that household last night, and so many
There's
other
a bunch.
people I've seen there. I think that, like everybody else, the first time I saw that background, I actually thought it was the person's house, and it
Yeah,
was it was. It can
and
get very confusing.
right. And then you're like, hey, I've seen this before.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this background, folks, it is my actual house, my office, and I do have that number of books on the bookshelf to try and make myself look intelligent. But I bought
I
them all
wonder what
secondhand and just put them on there. I never read them.
that's me. I actually collect books. Every time I go to the gym, not every time, but um they have what they call little libraries in Canada. I'm in Canada. I'm near Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And so we have what's called little libraries. And so everybody, they'll be like a little box on the block, and people just give away books. So it says, give a book, take a book. Isn't that
Oh
beautiful?
yes, I know.
Yeah. So at my gym, they also have that. So it's very quite common, like in community centers and stuff like that. So libraries um,
All
are,
right, let's see. Let's see if it plays.
Let's see if
okay.
we can go out with a bang. Oh, crikey, look
Oh,
at that!
look at that.
Wow. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yum. I'm salivating. Oh my goodness.
Oh, perfect.
Ooh. Mhm.
Yeah, I recently had a very similar experience with a 2 pound, 2.2, a 1 kilogram, 2.2 pound T-bone in the Longhorn Bar and Grill here in the UK, and that was seared black and blue. And just like Dr. Nelson, I took a photograph of the evidence. All that was left was the bone, and that was actually on my Facebook. So
Yeah,
if you want to go
that
and
that
look at,
one was 2.5 pounds.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
actually, almost 2.75 pounds. Two
yeah.
point
Oh,
seven,
superb, yeah.
I think it was, and I ate the
Lewis,
whole thing.
Sorry, excuse me. Lewis said he's fasting. What are we doing for him? What are we gonna do? I'll sing you a song. How's that? Paint your picture. I'm better. I might be better at singing.
Yeah. Nikki, so Deanna has volunteered if she can contact you and you can explain what's required. No point in contacting me because I'm just the comedy relief here. Yeah, so if you and Deanna can get together, I think you're both on the WhatsApp anyway, group, aren't you? So we can do it through the WhatsApp group. Actually, that's
Yeah,
probably a good way of doing it.
it's
Um,
info at laughtercore.ai if
yeah,
anybody wants to come from the outside.
and of course, anybody who's on the coaching WhatsApp group, then please, we you can actually contact Nikki through that. Anybody who's not on the group, then obviously contact Nikki through the other means. Nikki's not on Facebook. I am. So you can always come through me if you want to, with Facebook or email or on the WhatsApp on WhatsApp. Those of you who've got me on WhatsApp or Messenger, that's no problems. I know Amy's got me on Messenger, so she can come through me, and I'll put you two together. No problems at all. Easy. That's the great thing about community, isn't it? We've all got means of contacting each other one way or another.
We're like that. Um, and if there's any skills that you want to add to this project, there's something that you want to like, hey, I have an idea. Can I do this? I'm really good at this. Can I do this? Well, just run it by me. Email me. Right? Because there's lots of things that you're good at that I'm not. and I would really appreciate the contribution of the community to help do whatever I can, like take a background picture, take a picture of a background, and like I even bought the software. Anyway, it's a learning thing. Like I love tech, but I just have to have the time to actually devote and the energy to get all this stuff done.
Exactly.
But
Okay, Nikki. So we've the school bell is about to go because it's
Oh,
actually it's the top of the hour. And I do. I think we all have to. Well, I've got to go and give myself a bit of a break because I will be in the chat with Juliet and Doug on Coach Juliet Edens tonight. Her weekly joint show with her husband, and then Rocking Coach Amy. I can tell you the following hour does have Lewis on tonight, so that's going to be one very much for the KMT to get involved with.
okay.
And then it's
Go
and then
Lewis.
we're back to, of course, the 6 a.m. with Dr. Kiltz and Dr. Nelson tomorrow. So being part of the KMT is a very full life when it comes to YouTube. But I just think it's wonderful because it's we're all friends and we have such a lot of fun. You know, I have a mantra: carnivore is fun, and it's events like this with people like Dr. Nelson, Dr. Kiltz, and Alia. And all the coaches, it just makes life so much more fun. Big shout out on Wednesday, personal shout out for me because Rocking Coach Amy is coming on the 6 o'clock, and obviously Amy is very much part of the gang as well. She's Bacon Woman, by the way, or
Nice.
Bacon Girl on the Carnival Avengers. So yeah, go to her channel, Rocking Coach Amy or Keto Rockstars. Look under her short, and you will find most of the Carnivore Avengers. But there will be more, so we'll see.
Awesome. I'll get in contact with you, Deanna, and anybody who wants to jump on, just let me know. info@laughtercore.ai. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time, next Sunday at the same time. Mwah.
Absolutely.
Make
Bye,
it a great
everybody.
day.
Bye
Have
bye.
a great day.
Love you lots.